So the latest story in a long line of woke lunacy is that the history department at Cambridge University is now apparently instructing their students that Anglo-Saxons did not exist. And it seems that the reason that they are instructing their students this is because they're trying to wipe out the myth of nationalism, because somehow this is racist, somehow this is offensive, and so forth. There are many woke stories out there which simply don't make sense, but I really think this one takes the cake now. This is lunacy beyond measure. We would love to know how they've even managed to make a case for this. And the fact that it's being done at one of the most prestigious universities in the country, where you have to have some degree of intelligence to get into this university, is just mind-boggling beyond belief. I'm not sure how they are getting away with this. I mean, the idea that Anglo-Saxons never exist when they were a cultural ethnic group of Britain, when we know they were, when we know stories of Beowulf, for example, we know there are still Anglo-Saxon churches, we have historical recordings about the Anglo-Saxons of this country. To then say that they don't exist because it doesn't fit with your modern perception of how the modern world should be, your idea of stamping out racism is apparently to wipe out anything from our history that you don't like, is lunacy. There's no other word for it. And I really just wonder how they are trying to combat the myth of nationalism, especially as nationalism isn't a myth. It's not a myth. As sure as you can say that you are sitting on a chair and it's a chair, you can say that nationalism is not a myth and it's real. And nationalism has its good sides and its bad sides, but the idea of cultural and ethnic identities and groups goes back to the dawn of time. How in the world can these historians at Cambridge even attempt to eradicate this very real concept? That doesn't actually make any sense. But to be honest with you, my real question goes to these students. It really does. It's not about these lecturers. We all know they've got this woke left-wing agenda that is designed to completely trash this history, trash this country's culture and everything. It's not to them because we all know what they're all about. My question is to the students. Are you seriously telling me that you are swallowing this? Are you seriously believing what you are being taught? Are you seriously not going to go out there and do your own research? Are you seriously just going to swallow whatever these historians and lecturers are telling you? Because if so, you really need to think about what you're studying, if it's really history that you care about, or if it is someone's perception of racial equality, the way that they think the world should be today, and does it matter more to you about the truth of history, or does it matter more to you about a person's political ideology, such as these lecturers? That's really the question you've got to ask yourself. Because if you're going to go along with something like this, then it doesn't really show a desire to learn the truth about Britain and about our history. This is a major problem in the universities. It's something that everyone needs to speak out about. It's something that, again, and I think I say this in every video when I'm talking about this particular subject, something the government has got to step into, because total woke madness going on in Cambridge University. That's the stage we're at.